Hello everyone, I'm Cassie, your auxiliar, and I want you to know that even though you are at home, this is not a break. This is changing your classroom from the school to your home. So this will be our first class online, okay? And so that's why I'm recording this video for you, so that you guys can still hear me speak and we can still interact through technology. Yay! So today we're going to be continuing our unit on poetry. I want you all to be taking notes of this. So pause the video and pull out a piece of paper and a pen and start writing notes about this, because this is also something that you must turn in for a grade. Okay? So pause the video, go get your paper, go get your pen. Go get your pen, go get your paper. Let's go. Okay, so far we have talked about rhythm, rhyme, onomatopoeia in poetry, rhythm being the way that a poem is delivered with a sort of pause and rhythm, rhyme being, rhyme, time, line, when the end of the word has the same ending, basically, like rhyme, dime, time, line has the same vowel and consonant sound. Okay, we also learned about onomatopoeia, which is like crash, drip, 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 when there are words that are trying to mimic the actual sounds that something makes in real life. Okay, we've also learned about stanzas, and we've also learned about lines. Okay, we also talked about the difference between the poet and the narrator. The poet is not always the narrator. I gave the example of Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is the narrator in the movie Forrest Gump, but he did not write the movie. Somebody else wrote the movie. Okay? So we learned about the difference between the narrator, or the speaker, and the poet. So, if any of these words that I talked about confuse you, feel free to comment asking for clarification. Through the wonder of technology, you can also Google, what is a stanza? What is rhythm in a poem? Okay? So please do not go any further if you are confused about what we talked about in the last lesson. Okay? So today we're going to be talking about a certain type of poem. This poem originates from Japan. Any guesses what it could be? Yes, you're right. It's a haiku. Okay? Haiku. So, a haiku is a poem that has a very certain structure. Okay? And when writing these poems, you must adhere to the structure of the poem. Okay? So, make sure you write this in your notes, since we're talking about the structure of a haiku poem, that it is a one stanza poem with 3 lines. Okay? The first line has 5 syllables. The second line has 7 syllables. And the third line has 5 syllables. Okay? So 3 lines with 5, 7, and 5 syllables. Now, if you forgot what a syllable is, let me tell you. It is a unit of pronunciation having one vowel sound with or without surrounding consonants, forming the whole or part of a word. Okay? So, for example, the word water has 2 syllables. Water. Okay? I like to clap out to make sure that I'm clapping the syllable, it makes it easier to find how many syllables are in a word. So you usually count the syllables by counting the vowel sounds. Okay, A, E, I, O, U. Wa, the ah sound by making the A, and the sound in E. Water, 2 vowels. I like to count the vowel sounds to count the syllables. So in the word water, ah and okay, that's 2 vowel sounds. Water. Okay, and so I do elephant. Elephant. 3 syllables. Okay, so make sure that you are adhering to the 5, 7, and 5 syllable rule with haikus. Okay, another thing about haikus is that haikus often talk about nature, but not always exclusively. You don't have to write a poem about just a tree. You can write a poem about a tree and you sitting under it, okay? I'm going to give you some examples of some haikus that I found that I really liked. For love and for hate, I swat a fly and offer it to an ant. Okay, by Masauka Shiki. Then another one that I like. A summer river being crossed, how pleasing, with sandals in my hands. Okay? All right, so these are both haiku poems, and the poet talked about sandals and a river, and so don't think that you only have to talk about nature. You can also talk about nature and something else. For example, they talked about nature and her holding sandals. Okay, but nature must be in the poem. So as you can see, this is an art form, and many poets spend years perfecting this art form. But don't think that just because people spend years and years doing it, that you can't also do it just for fun and to enjoy yourself, okay? So make sure that you watch the video that I have attached to this assignment. It's a video from The Last Airbender. I don't know if any of you are fans, but it's a cartoon that I really loved. Like, I first started watching it, 5 years ago maybe. It's a cartoon that I really like still. So make sure that you watch this cartoon and tell me what you think about it. So, after watching the cartoon and this video, please guess, what are we going to do now? You probably guessed, your assignment is to write a haiku. Okay? So, just think about something in nature that you love or makes you feel a certain way or you just enjoy, okay? And then also, number 2, when you're writing your haiku, think about a season, okay? Because I want you to picture the image in your mind. Are we talking about a snowy winter? Are we talking about frost, or are we talking about heat? Are we talking about warm ocean water, okay? So think about something in nature that you love, and think about a season, okay? And then write the poem. Please remember that if you have any questions, you can message me. But also, if you're having problems with Google Classrooms, turning things in or using it in general, please look at the post I posted earlier about using Google Classrooms. I added 2 videos that I think that you should watch if you're having trouble using any of the Google platforms, okay? So you can type your haiku on Google Docs, and then by saving it into your drive, into the cloud, you can upload it into Google Classrooms as an assignment, okay? So before asking questions about Google Classroom, please go watch the videos I posted. I think that they are such a help for you all. Yeah. And thank you very much. I hope that you guys are all well. I hope that you guys are using any extra time productively. And I hope that you all are staying safe, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.